By now, pretty much everyone knows and have probably tried tempura, sushi, yakitori, takoyaki, and onigiri among a whole slew of other dishes from Japan that have made their way abroad. Japanese cuisine, or washoku as it is known locally, has become so widespread that it's been registered as an intangible cultural heritage by UNESCO. Japan also now holds the record for most number of Michelin-starred restaurants in the world per capita. Do you like Japanese food?
By the way, Ida, what's your favorite Japanese food?
Ramen. Specifically, tonkotsu ramen.
Ah, good choice. But did you know that ramen, even though it's considered worldwide as a Japanese dish, is actually considered Chinese here in Japan?
Really? I know that noodles are from China, but I didn't know that they still considered ramen as Chinese here. Aren't Japanese ramen their own thing?
It's just one of those things, I guess. It's funny because tempura, which has its origins in Portugal, and kare rice, which is an adaptation of Indian curry, tend to be proudly called Japanese food without hesitation.
Wow, I didn't know that about tempura. Now I want to eat some.
Me too, but before that, we are actually here today to talk about Japanese dishes that Japanese people all know and love, but for some reason or another, are not yet well known outside the country.
Oh, I have some great ideas. I myself didn't know many of the Japanese dishes we'll be talking about today until we came to Japan, but I'm sure they'll become popular worldwide soon enough.
Ochazuke. What do you get when you pour hot green tea over rice and add in your choice of salted fish, Japanese pickles, Japanese plums, and wasabi? Well, you get a simple but elegant dish called ochazuke. It's the perfect food to warm you up on those cold winter mornings.
Hayashi rice. Kare rice is all the rage these days, with more and more restaurants serving the Japanese adaptation of an Indian classic opening the world over. Could its little brother, the humble but equally yummy Hayashi rice, soon follow in its footsteps? Hayashi rice pairs rice with beef, onions, and mushrooms that are cooked in demi-glace sauce, making it a dish that's equal parts sweet, tangy, and savory.
Ozoni. Primarily eaten during the Japanese New Year season, ozoni is in its simplest form a soup with mochi or rice cakes. The soup stock depends on the area of Japan you happen to be in, as well as what other meat or vegetables are added. But whatever the case, ozoni will make you feel lucky to be in Japan for the new year.
Kushikatsu. Anything breaded and deep fried is good, yes? Well, Japan has this category of food down pat. You know of tonkatsu, which is deep fried breaded pork? But that's more of a meal. For the snackers and drinkers out there, kushikatsu is skewered pieces of meat and vegetables that's deep fried to golden perfection.
Napolitan. The Japanese are masters of adaptation, and the next dish on our list is one more proof of this. Napolitan is a ketchup-based, yup, you heard me correct, ketchup, pasta dish with sausage, bacon, green peppers, onion, and Tabasco sauce. What's quite unique about this pasta dish is that the noodles are first boiled before being lightly fried.
Yakisoba pan. A favorite comfort food of Japanese people, both young and old, yakisoba pan is simply yakisoba noodles sandwiched between a special Japanese bread called HaPi pan, which is kind of like a hot dog bun. Widely available in convenience stores, this marvel of carbohydrate goodness is sure to satisfy your tummy and soul.
Tamago kake gohan. Tamago kake gohan, or TKG as it's popularly referred to, might very well be Japan's simplest dish. It really is just literally raw egg over rice, with just a bit of soy sauce added. No, really, that's it. But this dish is so well loved by the Japanese that it's said it's the first dish many Japanese expats eat when they return to Japan, as they are sadly unable to eat raw egg in most other countries.
Nikujaga. Nikujaga, literally meat and potatoes, is one of the most common home-cooked dishes in Japan. It's a light soy sauce and mirin-based stew of beef, potatoes, carrots, onions, and shirataki, a type of noodle made from the konjac plant. While usually eaten with rice, it's also great with any choice of alcohol you may have.
Oyakodon. The most curiously named dish on our list, oyakodon literally means parent and child rice bowl. The parent in this case refers to the chicken and the child to the egg, with both ingredients simmered in harmony and served with rice. Oyakodon is simply put one of those dishes that you would want to eat whether you are in a restaurant or at home.
Oden. Another winter favorite here in Japan, oden is a stew of various ingredients that can be found in food carts, izakayas, convenience stores, and even at home. The dish is pretty much any ingredient you can think of cooked in a broth, but the most popular ones are fish cakes, daikon, eggs, konnyaku, and various meat innards.
Motsunabe. Japan's myriad of nabe or hot pot dishes are all deserving of more international praise, but one variety in particular is a standout. Enter the motsunabe, which is a hot pot dish mainly consisting of either beef or pork innards. It's cooked in a soup of soy sauce, garlic, chili pepper, and others, and topped with Chinese cabbage and chives for good measure. It's the quintessential winter food.
Unagi no kabayaki. Sushi and sashimi are known worldwide, but the beloved Japanese grilled eel dish called unagi no kabayaki should be the next seafood dish to take the world by storm. In this dish, Japanese freshwater eel is dipped in a sweet soy sauce-based sauce and then grilled. Because of the quality and the rarity of Japanese eel, this dish is quite a challenge for the wallet, but it's always worth the cost.
Shogayaki. Shogayaki is thin slices of pork that's fried and further cooked in a concoction of grated ginger, soy sauce, mirin, and sometimes a bit of sugar. This very aromatic dish is best eaten with rice in a bed of shredded cabbage.
Tonjiru. Fans of the Japanese drama series called Shinya Shokudo, or Midnight Diner in English, would recognize tonjiru, which is a variation of the miso soup that is far more hearty owing to its use of pork and heavier side items. Popular vegetables to add include potatoes, onions, taro, konnyaku, carrots, burdock root, daikon, among many others.
So those are our recommendations for the top Japanese foods that you might not have tried yet. Ida, what's your main recommendation?
Well, personally, my favorite is tonjiru. I got to eat a lot of it when I worked in an elementary school, and it was really yummy, and actually all the kids liked it too.
Yeah, me too. I love it so much.
How about you? What's your favorite one?
I would have to say oden. Oden is primarily a winter food, but I happen to enjoy it throughout the year, even in the summer heat.
Well, doesn't Shizuoka have special oden?
You are absolutely right. And guess what we're about to do next?
Are we going to eat oden?